Okay, what do we got next? Oh, since we're on Tele's here, this one I recently completed. Again, an MJT body and a Jose Rivera neck. This one's got a lot of aging on it, you know, where the guy smacked it up. But I was kind of against this aging thing when it first came out, but now I love it because you get a guitar that's well aged. It feels like you've had it for like 10 years. You know, it's just all broken in. It's like an old pair of jeans or Chuck Taylors or something. You know, they just like mold to your body. Now this is a Cabronita body with the TV Jones pickups. Cabronita is a relatively new Fender innovation. They basically based on these TV Jones pickups, which are sort of a takeoff on the old Gretsch Filtertrons of the 50s, one of the early humbuckers. They're built a little different with the magnets, and they have just their own wonderful, incredible sound. The standard Cabronita, Fender Cabronita, has like a volume and a switch, you know. But I threw a tone control on it because I think that's a very important part of a solid body or any semi-hollow electric guitar is your tone control. It's a standard thing. You know, for years back in the 70s, 80s when I played guitar, you know, everyone just dimed their tone and their volume. And I finally found out that the reason for it is the pickups were so shitty that you had to dime them out to get any tone out of them. But these days, you know, if you use really good pickups, it all of a sudden opens up your volume and tone controls to actually work and change to these beautiful sounds. So I love a tone control. You can really do a lot with that for your tone, of course, depending on your amp and stuff. Anyway, this guy is Cabronita style. Fender, I think they came out in like 2009 or something. And this one, you could make up a lie about it. That's what relicking is all about, is you can lie and say, yeah, man, I got this guitar, you know, it's like 40 years old, which it absolutely couldn't be because they didn't even have these back then. But it's got a nice relic job. And again, now, some of you may not have noticed, but a lot of people look at this and they think it says Fender. But it doesn't. It's my last name, Freeman. I'm Rod Freeman. And so since I've got a lot of letters that are in Fender's name, including the first one, I made a takeoff on Fender's logo with this fat spaghetti look there. And I got a high quality vinyl sticker that will stay on there forever. But if the person who buys it, wants to really lie about it, and one of these guitars and say, yeah, this is a real 57 Strat, man, that Buddy Holly played or something, they can do that by just peeling off my Freeman name, which is like my artist signature, which I don't care, go ahead, and you can put a Fender decal on it, so you can make up your own story about the guitar and fool your friends. But most of these, like this guitar, the only Fender part, I think, is the bridge. It does say Fender on it. Now, some of you may notice that the control cover plate on the door, I call this the door because the finish kind of looks like the old door on the shed outside, kind of, But when I finished it, it had a Tele kind of style cover, and all I had were ones with holes in it, for the controls. So this had to be, so I looked around, I finally found one, but in the meantime, I had to cover up the thing here. So I went down and bought a private property sign and just cut it out and shielded it, and put it on there. And it fit perfect, so you don't even need screws, so you can just look in here at my wonderful electronic workmanship. And maybe you can zoom in on that guy there, you see. And you can see the copper shielding and the high quality parts in there, and the big fat brown Russian military grade tone capacitor, which on this guy I think is running, I think it's a .0223, what you want for a humbucker, because it doesn't cut out a lot of the highs. So, and then you can see the little treble bleed kit here with a oil and paper capacitor and a little resistor in there, and that makes it so when you turn the volume down, you get no loss of highs. And you can see it's a Switchcraft top of the line switch there, See all the wiring in there, all cloth covered, pushback wiring, my wonderful soldering jobs. And there it is. And oh, by the way, if you want to buy this guitar, you just got to have it, but you don't like this, I finally got through the mail a chrome Tele one that doesn't have any holes in it, and I'll gladly throw that in. And while we're at that, all my guitars are guaranteed. I just live here in the Northwest over in Port Townsend. I come to Seattle all the time. I go to Portland all the time, where my girlfriend's got a big old house that we can stay at. And these are guaranteed. If anything goes wrong from the workmanship, I will fix it free of charge. So that's my Mongrel philosophy, man. Get you a guitar, you pay for it, it should work.